Hey guys, today we are reviewing NEXBOX A95X, which is a newer Android box on the market. I just received this package, so I'm going to open it today with you guys. So this one has a quad-core M-Logic S905X processor along with a pentacore GPU. There's 2 GB of RAM and 8 GB of storage, which is pretty good for my needs. If you are into gaming, then you would likely want a higher spec model like 16 GB ROM. But if you just want to use this as a TV box, then this should be enough. This one also has Bluetooth, which I found that most of the cheaper boxes did not support. So let's open up the package to see what's inside. So as with most newer Android boxes, this is a pretty small box. You can see this is a very small box. It can fit into the palm of your hand. So on top of it just says NEXBOX A95X. There are vents for airflow on the sides. So it has got a power supply socket here for 5 volt, an HDMI socket, an AV socket, which I found that most of the newer boxes do not support. So this would be useful if you have an older TV. There's a LAN port, and for audio it supports SPDIF. There are 2 USB ports on the side, and there's another one for using the SD card. So aside from this, the thing that I liked about this box was the newer remote. So this one actually comes with a pretty good remote. I've seen good reviews of this. The older boxes have a pretty uniform generic remote which didn't support too many functions. So this is actually a learning remote, and the thing I liked most about this one was the Kodi shortcut that's right here. So if you're going to use Kodi, then this is a pretty good remote so that you can jump into Kodi app right away instead of having to scroll and select that. There's also a learning feature where you can program this to work with your TV, so that this single remote will work with your Android box as well as with your TV. So this is one of the features I liked about this. There are no batteries for the remote, so you have to put those in. There's an HDMI cable, which is pretty short, and a power adapter. So this box comes with a user manual. I don't really know how useful it's going to be, but this is the user manual from the box. It has startup instructions with some pictures in there. So the power cables and the HDMI cables are pretty short for this one. As you can see, it's hardly 2 to 3 feet long, so you'll have to locate the box close to the TV and a power socket. Okay, so I have connected the HDMI cable at the back of the box as well as the power adapter cable. As you can see, the HDMI cable doesn't go fully in, so you have to leave it like that. It goes to the back of the TV where there should be multiple HDMI ports. Okay, so I have plugged everything in to the box, and there's a blue light that goes on inside the box. Right now I've turned it off, so as soon as you turn it off from the remote, there's a red light that goes on. So there's a problem that I identified with the HDMI cable. It actually has to be all the way in. It's pretty hard to get in, so I didn't do that earlier on. I was afraid it was going to break something inside, but you have to push it all the way in for it to work. Otherwise you're not going to get any display. Okay, so now I'm turning it on, and this is the interface that you get. Okay, so as soon as you turn on the box, this is the home screen. You can basically browse in different tabs. So home, recommended, online, local, first we want to set this up. So we're going to go into settings, um, go into the settings here, select network. So as you can see, I've already connected to my Wi-Fi network. If you haven't, then you have to select this option and select your Wi-Fi network there. So as soon as you connect the Wi-Fi, the box is pretty much ready to go. It has Kodi installed already, and you can also go into the Play Store to install other apps from the App Store. So it has the latest Kodi 16.1 Jarvis installed, and I think this is pretty much it. So I like the fact that they have all the popular plugins already installed. I haven't tried out the individual movies or TV shows, but I'm sure they're going to work right out of the box, which is pretty awesome. So as you can see, the picture quality is pretty good, so it's a very good box overall.
Okay guys, before signing off, I just want to discuss my reasons for going with this particular box. I know there are quite a few boxes out in the market with the same specs but just different in name, which are mainly Chinese brands. The important thing I was looking for in a box was the price range, around $50, quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and 8 GB of storage. Having the latest version of Android 6.0 Marshmallow was also a factor. And there are quite a few cheaper boxes with 1 gig of RAM, but I believe that would lead to performance lags. 8 GB of storage is more than enough, in my opinion, if you just intend to use Kodi and don't want to download apps or games. Um, so different resellers have different boxes with the same specs, and the ones I looked at included ABOX, M96X, T95X, MXQ, and many others. What differentiated this one for me was the Bluetooth, the AV port, and the newer remote. I understand there's still too much choice that it becomes overwhelming to select a box, but I really hope that this video helps you guys, and good luck with buying your own Android box.